Welcome to another video lecture on hardware control unit. In the previous video, we have discussed about what is control unit and their purpose and their types, right? In that, we have discussed the processor must uh, have some control unit in order to execute the instruction in the proper sequence, right? So, for that, the designer has a wide variety of techniques in order to solve this problem. The two approaches are hardware control and microprogram control unit. First, let us discuss about the hardware control unit. So, in order to generate this control sequence, each step in the sequence must be completed in a one clock period. Okay. So, for that one, what we are going to do is we require a control steps, a counter in order to keep track of this control step. Okay. So what is hardware controller is the sequence of operations which is carried out by the state machine. Here the state machine is nothing but encoder and decoder, combination of encoder and decoder. Okay. So it is a combination circuit, right? Encoder and decoder. So it is nothing but a combination of is a combination circuit, right, which is determined by wiring of the logic element. Hence, it is called as hardwired control unit. So it is less flexible. Okay, so we cannot change the wire often, right? And it is faster. Okay, since it is wired, it is very fast, and it is also used in the RISC, right? RISC. The advantage and the disadvantage we have already discussed, right? So it will be operated at high speed compared to the CISC, but the complexity is more. Okay, now let us discuss about so what for we require a state machine. Here the state machine will change from one state to another in every clock cycle, which is depends on the content of this instruction register. Okay, based on the content of the instruction register, uh, the state machine, that is this control unit, will generate the control signal. This control unit will generate the control signal at the output based on the instruction register, external inputs, and also based on the conditional code. Okay. So I would told you this for the each step must completed in one clock period, right? So this control step counter will keep track of this control steps. Okay, based on the clock. Okay, so the step counter, step decoder, each will provide. So this will provide a separate signal, right? A separate signal line for each step. So let me take this one as T1 and Tm based on the value of the controlled step count. Okay. So in the similar way, you can see the output of the instruction decoder, which consists of a separate line for each machine instruction. Okay. So the instruction decoder, uh, it consists of a separate line for each machine instruction. That is For if any instruction, if it is loaded inside this instruction register, it is nothing but an instruction register. It is given to a decoder, right? So the decoder formula is 2 power ns to n. So based on the instruction which is loaded from the instruction register, any one of the input line is 1. Okay, it will set the concern example ins will be set as 1 and the rest of the value is set to 0. Okay. The input signal to the encoder, right? The input signal to the encoder are combined to generate a individual control signal, which is nothing but add, likewise branch registers, etc. So I can write how the control signal get generated means. So I can write is a tin is equal to for T1. The T1 is assisted during the time slot T1 for all instruction. Okay, and I can write T2. T2 is for add. Okay, plus T3 for branch registers and etc. Let it I can write it up to for TM. Okay, and then similar way I can write it for reset signal. Okay, so the reset it can be also write it as end, that is equal to this is an example. Okay, T1 into add, right, and T5 into branch plus T6 into M and so on. Okay. So I can draw the generation of the control signal for the end like this, and the generation of the certain signal control signal for the processor like this. Okay, so you can see it is nothing but a combination circuit. So whenever the run signal is set to 1, the counter get incremented by 1 at the end of the every clock cycle. Whenever the run signal is 0, the counter stop counting. So this is needed whenever the wait signal is whenever it is issued. And that is it causes the processor to wait for the reply from the memory. So for that one, WMFC signal is issued.